Okay, this is the Friday morning reading sprint take two. I have no idea when my computer died, so sorry. Um, so I went to go get my copy of Ashes of Gold, got it. My computer died at some point, I don't know. So I don't know how long y'all have been like, what happened? But I'm back, so if y'all can find this live, hopefully if you've rung that bell, you get a notification. Um, but my bad. Okay, so I got my spoon and my copy of Ashes of Gold. So I'm just gonna start another sprint while while people find this. Um, oh, it stopped 5 minutes in. Wow, my computer is really trying to convince me to get another one, but I'm not gonna do it. I should have plugged it in before I left. Okay, so it stopped 5 minutes into this sprint. Trash. Um, so let's just restart it. And while people are like finding this, we'll just start the sprint and I will eat my yogurt with a spoon and I will start Ashes of Gold. All right, so I'll see y'all in 30. I'll put the first question back up there. Wow. What a Friday it's been, truly. Okay, first question. It's already the middle of January. How are you feeling? As you can tell, it's kind of a clumsy start to the new year, but we'll talk about that later, slash in my honesty vlog. All right. Oh, it already started, but that's okay. That's just the kind of Friday we're having. So 3, 2, 1, y'all turn them pages. Right. Okay, so hello. I'm glad that some of y'all made it to the retry. My computer died while I was going to get ashes of gold. I was doing a lot. I ate my breakfast and then I cleaned up. And so I'm on page 12. Um, so far so good. That prologue was heart-wrenching. And she has definitely said, and I'm already getting the feel that in book 2, we're going to get way more of Gizan than we got in Wings of Ebony. Because now that East Row is secure, she's looking to her ancestral home and they need her, and we know Rue's going to show up for family. So now we're going to focus on her second home of Gizan. The prologue gives us a view of like Gizan before it was colonized, and that is priceless. But also you see how it began to be colonized, and that is heartbreaking. So now I am on chapter 1. So now I'm on chapter 1 and am looking at Gizan being under siege and Rue like ducking and dodge and ready to launch an attack. So I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen? Question 1, it's the middle of January. I'm feeling very like out of sorts because even though it's a new year, it doesn't necessarily feel new because I am in and work in school. So I'm a graduate student, I'm a 5th-year doctoral candidate, and I work in my university writing center. So I'm also working on academic calendars. So January does not feel new. It feels like we're in the middle of the school year. So yeah, I feel sort of out of sorts, and I'm just like, I feel very clunky and awkward and just getting things done. So I'm just having to constantly remind myself, it's okay. You're okay. We're going to keep doing work and things will keep getting done, and step by step. Okay. Also, don't forget to thumb up this stream. Ari, I feel like you put your name in your thing for me, and I appreciate it. I really do, because Shay's not here to remind me of anybody's name, so we all have to work together today. Hey, Sophia Cleo, good morning. I don't think I've ever seen you here before, but welcome. Ari is reading Dead Until Dark. Me too, but not right now. Book and Spoon, yes. Good morning, Nicole. Ari read no pages, picking on Neeks and Jesse. Are those pets or are those people? Don't you spoil Ashes. I haven't gotten a copy yet, but that's on my agenda for today. Go get your copy. Yeah, go get your copy. I'm not spoiling it. That's just the prologue in chapter 1. I'll say no more about it, except for that I'm on Team Julius, and I have been to 3 of JL's book launches, and she has said in every single one I wanted it to be twisty and swoony, and I'm like, bring me the swoon. Bring it to me. So I am ready for that. I'm ready to swoon. So, oh yeah, this is literally page 2 of chapter 1. So I am nowhere. I am at the beginning. I am on the precipice of action. I am on the precipice of action. Yes. Okay. So, how are y'all feeling in January as I reset this timer? And Deidre, have you started? Yes, replay. Have you started Dead Until Dark? Like, I will be really, really interested to hear how it's going. Okay. How it's going, how you're liking it. Oh, got it. Booktubers. Booktubers. Okay, you're going to read this sprint. Okay, well, let's get into it. I'm going to put question number 2, how are you planning to take care of yourself this year? And we're going to do another 30. And I'm going to get farther in ashes. We as in the 3 of you, or we as in you? But either way, congratulations. Sister Harlem. Hi, Britt. Hi, Britt. Hi, everyone. And higher ed also. So January is a crazy time for me. It's crazy. It is really crazy. You. Okay, congratulations. So computer, if my like picture is like stop and go, that's how it looks for me. So if it doesn't look that way for y'all, congratulations. But for me, it's a little choppy. The internet connection isn't great at my school, but I just did not want to be in my apartment while they were banging away. And also it's overcast where I am, so internet is probably going to be a little everywhere. But let's get into this next sprint. So Deidre can start reading and I can as well. Pat, question 1. Feeling mellow, I've been reading a lot already, really enjoyed Ashes of Gold. Yeah, I have to get into it because everyone around me is reading or has finished that book. Not given I'm on the street team, so everyone around me is like singularly motivated to read Ashes of Gold. But I'm like, I can't keep being the only one. And they're like, oh, I can't tell you. It's a spoiler. And I'm just like, I want to be in the know. So I have to read this book. And there isn't going to be an audio version. JL announced that at last night's conversation, I think. And I'm just like, but audiobooks are how I live. So I'm gonna have to like read it myself, which is why I had to truck home and get it because I'm gonna have to read it myself. Okay. Sister Harlem is in enrollment management, so January is not an easy time. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. All right, y'all. Question 2 is up. Y'all make sure you take a sip of agua. And we're gonna get into this next sprint. In 3, 2, 1. Y'all right? No, not right. Y'all turn them pages. My bad, y'all. I didn't see the timer shift. I was watching. I was reading. They're in the middle of a fight, and I'm just like, rude. Stick to the plan, please, man. They're already off plan, and I'm just like, is that what you said you were gonna do when you thought this out? Didn't you say something like the exact opposite? That plan could have worked, but that's not what you're doing. So we're on page 16 and we're already off script. Okay, this is how it's gonna be. This is what you're gonna do to me. But, oh, we're still, okay. Let's see. Shay with the good news. Internet is back on. Salter, rolling in the comments. Shamla. Y'all, I got my omnibus copy of the Inheritance trilogy, and she is thick. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you could hold up your kitchen table with it. I don't know. Like, I don't know if your bookshelf is already stacked. You just gonna have to, I don't know, because it doesn't really matter which way you turn it. It's thick either way, so I can't help you. I cannot help you. Jealous. Now I want to listen to that song, Beyonce, Jealous. Anyway, I also got some annotating supplies, so this will be tabbed up and written in as Jemison deserves your full attention. Nicole, okay, really back. Work has been a mess. Same for me. Yeah, I feel like I thought I was going to have a lot of time to work on my dissertation today. And now that I've like remembered some things I have to do, and all of it is like writerly stuff and deadlines, I'm just like, okay, so maybe that wasn't true. And maybe this next sprint, I will actually like, I may have to stop wings and actually just work on my dissertation because it may be that I won't have time to work on it after in a bit, actually. So we were going to do another 30, but I have something to do at 1. So instead, I think it's at 1. I think it's at 1. Let me see. It's at 1. So instead, we're going to close with the 15, which, lucky for us, is already up. And then I'm going to have to see y'all next Friday. Circumstances conspired against us, but we'll get a good hour and 15 minutes of reading in, so that's good. It's a shame when I have to put holier than thou technologists who are used to getting their ego stroked in their place. But it's funny. Listen, sometimes you just gotta tell people the truth about themselves kindly, or if not kindly, politely. Halfway through chapter 1 of Zed Until Dark. Oh man, here here lies the idiot who thought today was the day and I was the one. Okay, so perhaps not politely. Shade Tree, Deidre. Maybe I'm basic, but it's bringing back the state in the beginning. Stay tuned. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. I think you should do what Deidre said. Listen, Nicole said, I'm gonna let him know. Yeah. Yes, I definitely will stay tuned. Continue to tell me. Question 2, how are you planning to take care of yourself this year? None of y'all answered that, but you should answer it in your head if nothing else. How are you planning on taking care of yourself this year? For me, I am going to drink more water than I have been in the past few weeks. Pause for a sip. And I am going to get back to cutting down sugar. I was really seeing the positive effects of cutting down sugar last year, like especially around the holiday season. I did not get bloated. I really was like, I was really like debloatifying. I still am debloatified, but I've been intaking more sugar than I had been. And I recognize that it's sugar that I don't need. And it's even sugar that I don't like usually intake. So it's like, okay, you're going a little snack crazy, but you don't need snacks. Like I eat a lot of protein during my meals, so I'm not really hungry between meals. I'm just eating because I'm bored, and like, let's not get into that. I used to be a big bored eater, and I don't want to get back into that. So I need to get back to taking care of myself from my dietary perspective, especially because I don't exercise a lot. I walk to school, and that's like a 15-minute walk each way, and that's, whatever. But I also don't go to school every single day. I work from home a lot, so I just need to get myself together. Um, okay, Nicole said, I was polite when I first said something, and then this guy had to private message me saying not to speak down to him. Oh, honey, you ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah, some people really are the type where it's like if you say anything in disagreement to them, you're automatically disrespecting them. And those people, you have to go all the way. Now, going all the way doesn't have to be impolite, but you have to go all the way and be very clear. And sometimes the voices get a little bit stern. Okay, no idea. Shamla, think about it. Get it together. I'm getting dressed and ready to make up for everything I missed in the last 3 days. Yes. Go through all the messages. More water and working out, same. Well, not necessarily the working out thing, but diet. He obviously is out of his depth. I mean, I don't know. Well, you don't know what you don't know, but I guess Nicole gonna educate him. Deidre, gonna continue minding my business and staying in my lane for clear skin. Have y'all heard that song? I'm gonna drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. It's so funny. It's like on TikTok and Instagram Reels. But it's a real song, I think. But I'm like, I need to find this song because that's what we all need to do. Drink water and mind your business. Because no one's gonna do it for you. People out here going bankrupt because they're minding everybody else's business. I'm a huge board eater too. Yes. I packed a snack for today, but it's just ranch veggie sticks. I left the Cheetos at home. I tried the hot and spicy Cheez-Its. Y'all, it's addicting. It's a problem. I cannot buy those ever again. And I have Lipton's tea. I have this strawberry and mint. And I also have the peach, and I love the peach. And this is not bad either, but like, and it's 80 calories per bottle, but it's 21 grams of carbs and 20 grams of sugar per bottle in juice. It's juice. And like, I could have a meal that's 21 grams of carbs. Like, what? So it's just like, this is why, and I said this as I open it, look, the money's been spent. So at this point, I'm going to drink them. I'm not going to buy them again, though. But and this is why I don't buy drinks. I mostly only keep water in the house. One, to make myself drink water, because since I have bought these, my water intake has gone all the way down because I drink water at meals. Because I'm not super good at drinking water throughout the day. So when I eat, it's really the only time that I drink a significant amount of water. But because I have like juice, I'm drinking juice with my meals, and these are not really great for you, even though it says strawberry and herb. I'm not fooled. So I have like 20 of these left because I bought a 12 pack of each one, this and the peach. So I have like 20 max, maybe, no, probably like 15. So I have like 15 more of these, and I'm going to drink them, / I'm going on a girls trip this weekend. So I'm going to take some. And it's 7 of us. I think I'm just gonna take all of these with me, and people will be able to drink it as they like, and hopefully I'll come back with significantly less because this is part of the, yeah, yeah. It's sugary drinks and salty snacks for me, and these taste really good. If you put them in the freezer for like an hour, they get slushy. It's so good. It's an issue. It is an issue. I cannot continue to buy these. Yeah, Deidre's skin is clear. She said it's clear because I be keeping clear people. Oh yeah, it's bad. It is bad. It's bad. It's bad. I will be a bag of chips in one sitting. The chips I have at home right now. The veggie straws are like, it's huge. So I couldn't eat that in one sitting. But it's pretty bad. The spicy chips are my kryptonite. I have no self-control, none. My doctor told me to try low-cal protein shakes instead of snacking, and it's helped somewhat. Okay, yeah. Cachet, you're getting all the love. Okay, not talking to me. Everybody. Okay. The spicy munchies with hot Cheetos, pretzels, sun chips, and Doritos are my weakness. A whole bag gone. Yes. Munchies. Munchies, for sure. Salt and vinegar, anything, really. Wild cherry Pepsi. When the hospital cafeteria got wild cherry Pepsi on tap and I could get 23 ounces for 75 cents. I got one every day for like 2 weeks. That's so bad. Apples, bananas, and oranges hold up for me about a week in my fridge and really come through when I need a snack. Yeah, I I will have pockets of times when I am doing really good on snacking on just good things like fruit. I used to have frozen fruit in the fridge I could make a fruit smoothie with, and that would truly hold me where I literally would not want anything. Like I would look at food and be like, why would anyone ever eat this? Food that I bought that I like. But when I have a fruit smoothie, like the kind I would make, I would just be like, I couldn't possibly eat anything right now. And I would not be hungry until it was time for like a meal. But yeah, I need to go back to that because I'm sure the amount of money that I'm wasting on snacks would be about the same money as these $6 bags of fruit, frozen fruit. Anyway, yeah, 75 cents for anything is probably an indication that it's not healthy, but we buy it anyway. Okay. I've learned that frozen fruit is a good alternative. Yeah, for sure. I love frozen grapes. Also, in the hospital cafeteria, I could just wipe my badge and get it deducted from my paycheck. No, 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 no. They got you giving the money back before they even give it to you. Nicole, these people are not your friends. These people are not your friends. Okay. Um, for the final sprint, which is going to be a 15-minute, are there any changes you want to make to your reading regimen this year? Right off the bat, for me, if I don't want to read it, I'm not going to read it. That is like the biggest change that I intend to make this year. If I don't want to read it, I am not going to read it. That's why I just took 4 books back to the library because I'm just like, I don't want to read that, at least not right now. Like, I want to read it, but I don't want to sit down and read it. I just want to have the information in my head. So that's me. But let's get into this 15-minute sprint. And then we're going to peace out. All right, y'all. In 3, 2, 1, y'all turn them pages. Yes, I saw thank you, teacher. I saw it happening, but so I finished reading, I finished chapter one of Ashes of Gold. Now I'm on chapter two. Um, Rue, after what we learned in Wings of Ebony, why are you still trying to do things on your own? But you know what? We don't just learn lessons once, we learn them multiple times. So I'm just like, let me be patient. But the whole from page two of chapter one, I was like, this is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well. But I'm on chapter two of Wings of Ebony. So I started reading this essay. The story must go on and on. The fantastic narration and intertextuality in Toni Morrison's Beloved in Jazz. Right off the bat, real good. Like literally, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like, and it's everything I need. I should have read this when I was writing my chapter one. And I'm on chapter three, which is what I'm talking about jazz, but it's fine. That's what revision is for. But I can already tell I'm going to be heavily citing and engaging this essay. It is so good. And essentially, the writer whose name I hadn't looked at, Martha J. Cutter. So essentially, Cutter is saying that, like, there is an impulse for stories to end. Excuse me. Like it's sort of just like taken as a narrative reality. Stories have a beginning, middle, and an end. So at some point, there's going to be a last page. At some point, the reader's going to close the book and pick up something else. And in doing that, the story will end. But that Toni Morrison, because was invested in oral traditions, her novels all resist that narrative, really textual impulse for a story to end. And that even though in reading Beloved, readers often go for like the cleaner interpretation, and the way that Cutter describes it, she describes it as like suturing over messy parts or parts that lend themselves to multiple interpretations, but we just choose one interpretation so that we can just cleanly say, and that's what it was, and then we can end it. But because we but there are multiple ways to read Beloved that would require you and call you and challenge you to read it multiple times, and not just say, oh yeah, Beloved is the ghost of Setha's daughter, because that's what Setha and Denver think. That's what the reader just takes as what is, even though there are so many different things that point to Beloved being so much more than just Setha's daughter. But we leave that. We leave that. But in Jazz, which is Morrison's next novel and which is considered to be the second in a trilogy of books that are taken as Beloved's story, Beloved's character sort of reappears, and that calls you to reread Beloved, like the novel Beloved and the character of Beloved from what you thought she was. And so Cutter is talking about this necessary intertextuality of these two books, and how in doing that they continue to resist an ending, because in in ending stories, the stories are forgotten. And so she says that the only way for the story to stay alive, for the memory to stay alive, is for the story to go on and on, which is why that's the title. The story must go on and on. But yeah, it's just, I don't know if any of that made sense or if I was being clear enough, but reading this, I'm just like, like it's all there. Not the Virgoing. Listen, I just read a book of you learning that lesson, and you gonna start off book two just reneging on the whole lesson? But then I recall that she's literally 10 years younger than me. And at some point, if you're gonna read YA, you gotta read YA. Um, Honestly, not really. What was the question? Are there substantial changes to your reading regimen? Not really, but I should probably do some reflection to see if that needs to change. Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Um, question for answer to what was the second question? How are you planning to take care of yourself this year? Shay said journaling, yoga, and eating better. I definitely need to get back into yoga. That's a fact. That is a fact. Okay. Well, I could go on and on about this essay, but I won't. I have something in like 15 minutes. I'm gonna close this out. Yes, not to be won over by pretty. Why, look here. I actually happen to have some tea on hand. I'm just gonna sip this. Strawberry mint. Um, so the changes that Shay is gonna make to her reading regimen is not to be won over by pretty Black people on covers. I would like to point out that Toni Morrison's novels don't have that. Most of them, like that are in heavy circulation, like the versions that are in heavy circulation, are just this script. And I don't know if Morrison would have preferred to have Black people on her covers, but in the current circumstance of being blackfished by these covers, that's just an interesting realization that Toni Morrison's novels don't have that. They just have the script, they just have the story, and the story speaks for itself. Moving on, not moving on because Deidre's just retweeting Shay. That is what it is. Y'all have a wonderful day. Okay. Thank you for coming, for finding this redo because the other sprint ended because I was going to get my book. If y'all have not, make sure you give this a big thumbs up and you ring that bell, ring that bell. So you don't miss a single upload, and you can find me when I have to end one stream and start another on the fly. All right, y'all have an amazing Friday. Take care of yourself. Take an umbrella, a scarf, and earmuffs, and a mask. Okay? Don't talk to strangers. Live a righteous life. Bye.